All right, so check this video out real quick.
Yeah. A lot of lobsters. Lot of. Holy crap. Mother load. Oh, yeah. Mother load of lobsters right there, baby. They had such a good time last night. Heck yeah.
Woo. That is a heck of a hoop net full of lobsters.
I know. And what was weird, Dave, is when we were out there, I don't know if it was that swell that was there, because it was choppy as all get out, we'll talk about it. But it was choppy as heck, and I don't know if that maybe slowed them down or whatnot, but it wasn't wide open, even though we caught like 1.5 million of them. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But if you notice also that when I got pulled over by Fish and Game in the morning, Anthony and I went out halibut fishing, and we got stopped by Fish and Game. And I questioned the officer a little while. Super cool guy, super cool. And we were talking, and I said, can I dump the hoop nets out into the boat and just leave the lobsters in there and throw the hoop net back out and then sort them? And he said it's kind of a gray area, that he wouldn't suggest me do that because then it would be in possession with all the shorts. And I was like, damn, that freaking sucks. So maybe we can talk about that today. And then the other thing that he mentioned to me that he writes a lot of tickets on are these the gauges, people not having the right gauges or not having gauges at all. So
yeah. Hey everybody, we're live already. Hey Justin.
Oh, we're live.
Joining us. It's Promar Ahi USA Monday, gang. We got a lot of Promar stuff to talk about. Justin and I were just talking about how much fun last night was. Thank you guys for watching. We had a massive audience last night. Right after the Chargers game, everybody came over to watch. We ended up with over 6,000 views on the live show last night on Facebook alone. But Justin, the thing is, everyone's doing what we asked them to do, and they're going to YouTube now watching us. We had over 600 views on YouTube last night. These are big numbers, gang. If you're in the social media world, this is pretty cool what's going on, and we can't do any of it without Justin. So thank you very much, Justin. That's awesome what you're doing. People are really enjoying it. So
thank you, and thank you everyone for watching.
Let's talk a little bit about what we were just talking about, the gauge and how important that is, and what the Fish and Wildlife were telling you.
Yeah, so for those of you that didn't watch the live stream yesterday, I was talking about how in the morning time, Anthony and I got pulled over by Fish and Wildlife. We're drifting for halibut. And they went over, they inspect the boat, they go through their own thing, so on and so on. I started talking to them, and they knew Dave. They know Dave, they know your saltwater guide, they know Donna, they know the whole Hansen family. It's really cool. Super nice guys. I mean, extremely nice. So we started talking, and they said one of the #1 tickets that they write is no lobster gauge on your boat. There's no lobster gauge, but they're so simple and inexpensive. You can get them at Promar. Buy a whole bunch of them. So he did say that it happens more at Catalina than anywhere. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. And then the other thing they told me also was I had some questions for them. It was, can I empty the hoop nets onto the boat, the lobsters, and then throw the hoop nets out? Because there's kind of a controversy about that on social media. I've seen some people arguing about that. So I asked him, and he said it was a gray area. It really depends on the officer. But they can write you a ticket, and it's a pretty hefty fine. The video that we were showing, did everyone see the video?
Here.
Were we live in the very beginning?
I showed
okay.
Hold it.
A lot of lobsters. Lot of. Holy crap. Mother load. Mother load of lobsters right there, baby. Woo!
And
so,
yeah. So what we normally would do, what I did for years and what Justin's done for years, is we would dump that out. Explain to everybody.
Yeah, so we would dump it out. on the deck and throw the net right. But they were saying it is now contained in your boat. So now it's a possession limit. So he said it's a gray area because then you're going to be asked a million questions of why you have those loose on your boat and so on and so on. He said if it was him, he would keep it inside the net so it shows we just pulled them up, and then you could sort them out of there, out of the net. So keep them in the net, everyone, and then sort it out from there. Just imagine, though, just think you're a fishing and wildlife officer. Out of all the people that try to do shady stuff, there's a lot of people that do a lot of shady stuff. You pull up to someone and they have a whole bunch of short lobsters, 15 short lobsters on their deck. You would question now, what's really going on here? Are they keeping all those? And they said after 3 lobsters, it's a class 3 or class C misdemeanor. So you could go to jail over it after 3 shorts. So now imagine having 7 to 15 shorts on your deck and them not really knowing what's going on. So they can write that ticket to you. So word of advice, just keep them in the net at all times, sort them out, and keep what you got to keep, put them in your bait tank or ice chest or whatever you're going to put them in, and then throw your net back out there.
And then in this video, you get to see Anthony grabbing them out of there and measuring them. You were talking about the measure. I'm just going to show that real quick. Go back to this video for a minute.
Hold it.
Hold on.
A load of lobsters right there, baby. Woo!
So talk about that measuring stick and how important that is and what they were telling you. A lot of people have the wrong ones.
Yeah, so that's the other thing they said is because we asked them 1.5 million questions, but it was good because we got all the answers that we needed. A lot of people are buying these other measuring devices that are too short. So you're measuring the lobsters and it's not comparing up to their gauges. When they come on your boat, they're going to measure it with your gauge, and then they're going to look at your gauge. They're going to measure it with their gauge, and then they're going to look at your gauge to see how it compares to theirs. Well, Promar makes them exactly as they should be, exactly to the T. And they were telling us that, Anthony and I on the boat, that what's great about Promar is they're making them the correct way. So that's one good thing about Promar. You know, Promar's on it. They watch the live videos, so it's really cool. They watch the live videos here right now. They watch the live videos of us on the water, and they like how informational all the videos are for everybody. That way it tries to keep people out of trouble while you're out there. The other thing that they're telling us also is the next thing that they write tickets for was lobster cards not being filled out properly. That being said, they pull over a lot of people. Once your hoop net hits the water, once it touches the water, you just throw it over. Even though there's no bait in it, you have to have your hoop net or your lobster card filled out. Not how many lobsters you caught, but you have to have all the other boxes filled out on there before that net touches that water. And that's for everybody on board that plans on lobster hooping. If you touch a lobster gauge or anything to do with the lobster fishing for that day, and Fish and Wildlife see you, they said you have to have a lobster card. If you don't have a lobster card, it's a no license ticket. So that's another big giant charge. So just make sure everything's good. I know it seems like a lot of laws and regulations, but it's really easy. It's really common sense is what it is. So hello everyone. Hello.
And one of the first things Justin does when you come on his boat is he gathers up all the lobster cards, and it's a great way to do it. So he has them all in one central spot. Any of you that are watching that are members or that are not members, you just kind of come over and watch the podcast to learn. I would suggest all of you follow what Justin's saying. These are things that are super important. Lobster gauge. Everybody that's participating in lobster fishing has to have one. So you should, let's say you have 6 people on the boat, you should have 10 of them. Because I don't know about you, but I've dropped them over the side. Like I say all the time, I've done everything you could possibly do wrong. And not having enough lobster gauges, it makes for a horrible night. And something you said just now, Justin, they find out more people don't have them at Catalina than anywhere else, which is crazy. You go all the way to Catalina, you better have some extra ones. Can you imagine, Justin, how it would suck if they were coming on the boat like you were catching them last night, and one guy had to set out because you didn't have enough gauges, and that falls onto Justin's back because he's running charters. But those of you with your own private boat, there's no reason to not have 10 of them on the boat, always. And we used to keep them zip tied together, 10 of them in a group, and put them in a drawer. That way they're there, and then we're using the one we're using out on the deck. But if they ever ask, here they are, 10 of them on a zip tie, and you're using the one that you're using all the time. The law doesn't say everybody has to have one in their pocket. It just says everybody on the boat must have one. They never came out of the drawer on the yacht I was running, and we did a ton of hoop net trips. So this is just some advice for you guys. And Justin, how easy is it to get those if you go online and order them?
Extremely easy. Promar will ship them out, and I'm sure if you're ordering them, you're here in Southern California, you'll probably get them within 1 to 2 business days at most. Very easy. I would order, I don't know if they come in bundle packs, but at least five for your boat. I have about 20 on my boat, but for your boat, maybe I would go with at least 5 to keep them on your boat, just in case, because they bend. Also, they're like an aluminum, right? So these things will bend. They will bend. So now if it bends, that measurement's going to be off. So I would just throw it away. Don't try rebending it back or anything like that. You just don't want that ticket for lobsters. The other thing that Fish and Wildlife was telling me also is that a lot of people right now this year, especially throughout the whole year, have been fishing the MLPAs. Don't fish the MLPAs, everyone. You're going to get in trouble. It's not a matter of, oh, I didn't get caught. It's a matter of when you get caught. That fine is $1,500 for fishing an MLPA. You accidentally drive by a MLPA and you drop a hoop net over there and you get in trouble, good luck on that ticket. So,
Captain Al Flowers, welcome.
Hey, welcome, guys. Sounds like a lot of information going on there.
I got stopped by Fish and Game yesterday morning. I was halibut drifting with Anthony and Stu. I mean, they watched the show, so I'm sure they're watching right now. And I didn't get their names, so I can't brag them up too much. They were the nicest Fish and Wildlife officers I've ever dealt with, ever. Right. They know Dave's family. They know Dave. They know your saltwater guide. They know Dave's in Cabo, so on and so on. We were talking forever. They watched the live shows out on the water, and they were saying how they like how informational it is. So I just had to ask them a million questions to get more info out to the public.
Right.
Really cool.
Yeah, it sounds like to me, if you follow the rules and you measure your gauge with the tape measure or go to Promar and get the real ones, just follow the rules and you won't have any problem. Last night, check this out about meaning not to change the subject, but following the rules. I follow a lot of rules on a daily basis. And last night we were on a ride and we got stuck out in the dark, which is fine because we got a bunch of cool lights and everything. Make a long story short, I was leading and I took this road thinking I was coming back to camp. Next thing you know, I pop over this big old berm and I'm on we're on the prison grounds right up next to the fence, right? And this truck pulls us over and I didn't have any fear at all, because I wasn't doing nothing wrong, so if you follow the rules when you're fishing, lobster fishing, whatever you're doing, you're on top of it. You know what I mean?
Let me explain one thing. Let me explain one thing to both of you, though, and you both know this more than anything. We could follow the rules but there's going to be something that we're doing wrong, because it just is what it is, gang. There's so many rules and they're changing at every given second. All I can tell you is try to do your very, very best to follow the rules. But like Justin said, the number one thing is to be cool when they come on your boat. Dude, don't cause a problem. They come on. They get to come on. It's part of the deal. When you signed your fishing license, you said that you are totally being compliant with the law. So when you signed your fishing license, from that second, they have probable cause. So there's no reason to have an argument with them when they pull up. They get to come on your boat because of the fact that you're fishing. That allows them to come on your boat. Period. End of story. It's not even an argument. So leave your attitude back in the car or wherever you like to keep it. Don't bring it on the boat with you. And when they pull up, be cool. And yeah, a lot of them are very good friends of mine. The guy that pulled Justin over, Rob Rojos, we've known him forever since he was a young man. So we know pretty much, and they all know me, for goodness sake.
They do.
There's a big poster in the office. Look for Dave Hansen. So you just got to be cool. It's like Matt Ryan says, you can absolutely affect how this boarding is going to go with your attitude. And Justin, yesterday, you and Anthony were totally cool with the guys, and you wanted them to come. You wanted their information because you want to make sure that the next time you get boarded and you're live, there's not going to be any reason. If you did something wrong, you already know.
Yeah. So he was saying, so everyone is clear, I'm not an attorney or anything like that. I just got information from an officer. It's not illegal to dump the lobsters onto your boat and then sort them. Okay. But it is an in possession ticket if you get caught and don't answer the questions correctly when they board you. That being said, it's just safer and better ethical hoop netting if you just leave them in the hoop net and sort them from there. That way there's no questions asked, that you're not trying to keep short lobsters. So that's what he was telling me, and it's really cool. The other thing is about what Dave said about the boarding thing. So he came onto the boat, or he came next to the boat, and he didn't say, "Can I get on your boat?" He said, "Fish and Wildlife, how you guys doing?" "Good." Guy grabs my boat and jumps on. He didn't ask me if he can come on or not. What was cool is when they came up, they all had smiles on their face, or the two guys, and there's one ride-along guy. They all had smiles on their face. Right? "Hey, how's it going, you guys? Fish and Wildlife." When they came up to the boat, boom, they jumped on. And they said, "Is it okay with," and me being a smart ass I am, the kid that was with them, he's like, "Hey, is it okay with if our ride-along comes on your boat as well?" Because the kid wasn't an officer, he had to ask for permission for him to come on the boat, which was kind of cool, And me being a smart butt, I said, "Well, are you guys going to be nice to me or no?" He's all, "What?"
Sure?
"Oh, no, get on the boat." I'm on, "No, come on, man, get on the boat." So I helped him on the boat. I said, "Come on." I'm all, "While you're on here, I'm going to pick your brain on a few things." So he's looking around, and we just start talking. We had a scope in, checked out the scope in, and looked in the ice chest like they normally do. And I said, "Why don't you go, I'm going to go ahead, go search through the boat." And then as I told him to do that, he's, "Oh, thank you." They don't need permission from you to search anything of yours. They can search your wallet, everything. They have probable cause as soon as they come up to you. He was telling the ride-along guy right at my door where you walk in, he's like, "Yeah, we can go through everything in their boat if we wanted to without any permission." And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to go through whatever you want. There's snacks in the cupboard, there's water, grab whatever you want. Just help yourself. I'm going to go ahead and look." He's all, "Thanks." And they go and check your fridge and so on and so on. And it's not because they want to be pricks. It's because people try to hide a lot of things from them. Right. Think of it as if you were an officer and what criminals are going to do to try to get away from getting in trouble. That's what they're dealing with every single day. So.
Yeah, and you want to stay in compliance, and nowhere it's going to be easier than going to Promar. If you go to the Promar website, gang, you're going to see everything Justin and Al talk about every day. You're going to see all the cool products. And then because you're watching the show and because you're watching it, you're going to save, if you grab that QR code, you're going to save 15% on all the product you have to have on the boat anyway. You have to have this stuff. Why pay retail when you don't have to? You don't have to, gang, because of the fact that you're your Saltwater Guide followers or members. And we're constantly, Justin, Pablo, Al, myself, we're constantly doing cool stuff for the members on our fishing trips and at our seminars. But all of this is possible because of our phenomenal relationship with Promar. And they have fallen in love with Justin and Al and Pablo. You guys are like their superstars. Captain Al Clowers is going to be the ghost shrimp extraordinaire suction pump guy. You are going to be the guy. They've got you all dialed in.
I got some news on that. I have one of those with me.
Oh no!
Yeah,
the new one.
Yeah, I do.
Can you show it to us?
Yeah.
Is it my phone or is it breaking up really bad?
It's clear on my end.
Clear on my end.
Okay, I'm gonna click on Starlink. So
yeah,
so
we'll put you right back on. Jump off and come back on.
So the cool thing about this is it's stainless. There's a bunch of cool features. You just unscrew this bolt right here. You can change the grommet. It's really thin, so it goes in the sand real easy. It's 100% stainless steel. And then right up on the cap right here, there's a screw on each side right here where you can undo those screws and pull the whole mechanism out and change all your goods once every probably 5 years is probably all. And the handles are really solid, and it has the breather valve right here. This thing is really made to last a long time and to work really well. And I'm excited to go use it. I think I'm going to go do it on Friday. I'll be home for a day or so. But yeah, Promar did a great job on this. You guys want to get them? Go to Promar Ahi USA's website and get these pumps. Don't get the plastic ones no more. If you want to buy one pump, to last the rest of your life, this is the one to do it.
Nice.
And then
nice.
it's got I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. It's got the Promar stuff on there. Go Shrimp Promar. This thing's the cutting edge. It's gonna get used a lot.
The Captain Al Clowers series, Go Shrimp Pump by Promar.
I drove all the way to San Diego to go get this so I could show the public what's happening with their new Go Shrimp pump. So
nice. Yeah, that thing is badass.
Yeah, it is. And what's cool about it is the plastic ones, you exert a little bit of energy when you're in a rhythm pumping those shrimp, and this one cuts that down by about 40% because it's not sucking air, on your stroke.
And then the way that it slides into the sand so easy because of that stainless steel. It's
right.
It's
absolutely. Gold. Oh yeah, and the coolest thing I like about it is you can take it apart and get parts. Not that you need them very often, but I have 2 plastic ones, and one needs a new ball in the end of it. But you gotta cut that thing up, so it's pretty much trash when you're done. So you can't really change parts out. This one you can change parts out. It's all stainless. The handles are rock solid. On the plastic ones, the handle is the exhaust tube, and it keeps falling off. But this thing will work really well, and I won't be so tired when I'm done. because it doesn't lose air,
Right. Now that's a phenomenal pump, and I feel like I'm an expert now because I went and did it with Al once, so now I know everything about it because I did it once. Like all the people that comment on all my videos. Have you guys, Justin and Al, have you seen the video of the surge at Dana Wharf that I made where Todd's got the boardroom tied up where you can play the guitar with the lines? It's so tight.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
That video is going bananas. Elliot posted it on Saturday. It has over 100,000 views already on Facebook alone. And these people are out of their minds. They're coming full speed telling me that isn't how you do it. Unfortunately, they don't understand that family owns the whole gosh darn wharf there. We've been tying boats up there since 1971. So it's pretty fun if you guys want to get something really fun, go look at that, and they'll all tell you that I have no idea how to tie up a boat, but they don't understand that I didn't even tie up the boat. Todd Manser did. So they're saying Todd doesn't know what he's doing. So it's a pretty weird world we're living in now that none of us know what we're doing except the superstars of Facebook. We're pretty excited.
That is really funny.
So look at Al. I don't know if you watched the show last night, but look at this. Justin was in them last night. Not as many keepers as we'd like, but look at this. All right, gang. This is another video from last night. Justin fishing at Catalina. And this is the best part of hoop netting, is getting to participate in the pulling of the net seeing how heavy it is, feeling the lobsters flapping around in there, and then it comes up to the surface, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. Look at all the lobsters. And that's live, gang. How wild is that?
That's cool. They're calling.
Yeah, but the weather last night, Justin, talk about that. That was incredible.
That was a giant poop show. There's some scammers on there, by the way.
Yeah, I see
Okay,
them.
I'll get them. I got them.
There's a couple of them. Yeah, it was so windy. Said it was going to be like 3 feet at like 12 seconds, the swell, and then the wind mid-channel will be 12 knots, and then closer to the island will be 6 or 7. We got about halfway to Catalina, and it was blowing like 18 plus, and the swell started picking up. When we got to Catalina, it was 5 to 6 foot at like 8 seconds, and about 15 to 18 mile an hour winds. It was absolutely crazy. My boat, it just sitting there, would come up the swell, and the nose. I sit probably what, 4.5 feet or so off the water, 5 feet off the water to the pulpit, the front where the anchor is, in case anyone didn't know what that was. And the swells were going over the bow. Ooh.
Wow.
It was freaking nuts. Absolutely crazy. And that was right up against Catalina. I mean, we're talking about 50 feet of water, 30 feet of water. The waves were breaking on the front side of Catalina, just breaking. Boom! I was like, oh my God, it's going to be kind of crazy.
Bunch of white water everywhere.
One time he said he was in he went from like 30 feet of water to 7 feet of water in a second, Al.
Second.
Doing?
I had that throttle. I had to yell at everyone in like a quarter of a second. I yelled at everyone, hold on. I throttled, whoa, just to get out of it because I was getting surged into the freaking sand.
Right. Yeah, your running gear is probably 5 inches off the bottom.
Yeah.
So gnarly.
So crazy.
And right where he's at, it's like super gnarly rocky too. It's like you're crazy, man. You are crazy in there. I know exactly where he was. But gang, we gotta tell you, you want to go watch this video again. This was live last night. We don't play hide the ball. We're not screwing around. We're not doing what a lot of people do and show a net coming over the rail that they put all the lobsters in. Because you get to watch this live fishing show. If you want to do something like this, Justin's going to, right after I show this to you, he's got a video. He's going to tell you he's got a couple of availability for his open party trip, which I can't even believe because this never happened last year. They would sell out like that. But look. All right, gang, this is another video from last night. Justin fishing. You want to be a part of this? And look this is the best part of hoop netting is getting to participate in the pulling of the net, seeing how heavy it is, feeling the lobsters flapping around in there, and then it comes up to the surface, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. Look at all the lobsters. And that's live, gang. So why? All right, gang, this is another video from last night. Sorry. Why wouldn't you want to go do that? What are you waiting for, gang? It's holiday time. Go fishing with Justin. There's his QR code up on the screen, but talk about it for a minute. Your day that you have coming up, they can go with you. Yeah, so I think it's the 22nd, but next, I don't even know what day it is today, what date it is. Next Friday, not this coming Friday. Oh, is it this coming Friday? Sure, I have to look at my calendar. Let me look at my calendar real quick. I'll be right back. I don't even know what days I got.
And Al, you're up too late last night.
Yeah.
You're fishing this weekend, Al?
Yeah, on Saturday. Island trip.
Yeah, let me go out and come back.
Gonna go bow up on a bunch of cod.
Is the wind gonna
cod fishing down there? Cod fishing down there is phenomenal right now. Yeah. And then on the 5th, I got a special guest coming on the boat.
Oh, yeah?
Bill Varney's coming out.
Oh, wow.
He's gonna do a lobster trip with me. We're gonna fish the bay for a few hours before we set, but in horrible conditions for the bay fishing. But we're gonna go out and BS a little bit and drag some stuff around and then go make some sets. Yeah, him and his 2 buddies. So I'm excited about that. Hell yeah, that'll be awesome. So would you figure out the date, Justin?
Yeah, so it's this coming Friday. I just had people message me. I'll look at it after the show because I'm running on my phone right now and it cuts in and out whenever I go to check stuff. But this Friday I have 3 spots. I think two or 3 spots open for an open party. But that's all I have for November. I'm completely booked in November. So if you want to get on the open party, the gentleman that already booked for this Friday, he said he'll do either local or Catalina. So it'll be up to everyone else, whoever wants to go. I need at least 3 more to go. And yeah, it's local will be $200 per person. Catalina will be $400 per person.
Yeah, and you guys take advantage of this. You can see what's going on. He's going to be live again tonight. And then you got a trip tomorrow night too?
No, tomorrow I'm off.
Uh-oh.
No, it's good. I need a day off. I'll be on tonight. We'll be local. I'll go live. Tonight. And then tomorrow I'm off. And then Wednesday I'm back on again. We're gonna go to Catalina with Paul. We'll go live. We're gonna fish for white sea bass and halibut. So that's our target. And I'm sure we'll do pretty good. Knock on wood.
It'll be interesting to see how cold the water is after all this wind, baby.
Yeah, it's 56 right now out there. Inside the harbor, it's 57. Outside over at Catalina, it's 56 degrees last night.
Wow.
Yeah. It was, Matt Ryan. It was a great night out there fishing. And he's got openings, gang. Don't set on your sidelines. He's got an opening for Friday night. That's an unheard of. You guys watched what happened last year. And
I forgot to tell everyone really quick. The guys that came with us last night, we lost a big white sea bass at the boat last night. I forgot all about that. So we were fishing sardines. We were fishing sardines on the kelp line, and I said, "Hey, throw your line out right now. Throw it out right now." And he hooked up and he brought it like right there, right next to the boat. Bink! 15-pound line, lost it. So that's just it's not. It doesn't always happen that way, but it was just pure luck. That was just pure luck.
You never know what's going to happen out there. You just got to go.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
I forgot all about that until right now. I just remembered. Red tide. Oh, I don't know if there's red tide in San Diego. There's no red tide over here where I'm at. There's just a lot of swell.
Yeah, I don't know, Tim. I don't know. We'd have to check with someone who's been out there. I don't know anybody who's been out there.
Normally I would know, but I haven't been in touch.
Right.
But starting December, I'm going to be full speed running bay trips, lobster trips, and island trips. Whoever wants to go, I'll try to throw up some open party stuff next week. But, you know, this time of year in between them storms, man, the weather can be just epic, glassy, warm, you know, those December and January days. And you can go catch rock cod down south.
Yeah, that was cool to have some nice calm days.
Right.
Before we go any farther, Justin, why don't you tell everybody about this ambush this season? Because people aren't taking advantage of it. We should be winning this every month. There should be no question. Your saltwater guide should win every month, but people aren't paying attention.
Yep. So really quick though, Matt Ryan, I did try deer, not this year. I tried it about 5 years ago. I made a YouTube video on it, and it doesn't work. And then I got my hand spanked and told me not to ever do that again because I'm not allowed to do that. It's called wanted waste. So don't use deer, anyone. And it doesn't work anyway, so don't use it. So let's talk about ambush the season. Here it is right here. Look at who's that on there? I know this guy's watching right now. I seen him comment a little while ago. So ambush the season, everyone. You can win $500. And it's really, really easy to get entered. All you have to do is go out, get a lobster, obviously the spiny lobster, the ones that we have out here. Put it on or next to an ambush hoop net. Post it on Instagram, on your Instagram page. and you're going to hashtag Promar24. That's going to enter you in for every single month that Promar is giving away $500 of product. If you win that product and you're wearing a Your Saltwater Guide t-shirt or some kind of attire of Your Saltwater Guide in that picture, you're going to get an additional $50 of product. And if you hashtag your local tackle shop, you're going to get a double entry. So not just one entry, you'll get a double one. Now, what I like to tell everyone, when you're going out lobster hooping, say you go out and you only get one lobster, one keeper, or you get 5 lobsters, or whatever the number is that you get. Take 30 or 40 pictures of different ways you're holding it and putting it in the net, hold it up, take a picture with it, hold it in your hand with the hoop net in your hand. Figure out different ways you could take different pictures and post it every single day throughout the month. That's going to up your chances of winning that $500 of product. So it's really cool. It's really easy to win, but you have to remember your Instagram has to be open for the public to see. You have to hashtag Promar24. Those are the main things. Now, if you want the extra $50, if you win, you're going to have to be wearing a Your Saltwater Guide attire. If you want an additional entry, you're going to have to hashtag a local tackle shop near you. So super easy. All you have to do is Instagram, 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 everyone. I've seen a lot of people posting it on Facebook. It doesn't work that way. It has to be on Instagram. Instagram. Hashtag Promar24.
And if you're thinking about doing it, thinking about going, I would definitely order your shirt now. It's going to suck if you go fishing and catch some lobsters and have that camera and take a bunch of pictures and win, and then don't get the extra $50 because you didn't have one of my shirts on.
Let's see. Can you see it?
I'm going to get that off of the screen so you can see.
Do you see the picture, everyone? I know that person is watching because they said hi earlier. Here, everyone. Can that person say who you are on here? Who is that person? That's on my boat, by the way. But who is that guy? He is a Your Saltwater Guide member. Who is he? Who is he? If he doesn't comment here in the next 30 seconds, I'll tell everyone who he is. Or I'll just say his first name in case he doesn't want his last name mentioned. So, yeah, super cool. Really easy. Post every single day. It's really for the they want more content is what they're looking for. Hey, there you go. Joe Lopez. Yeah, baby. That's who it is.
That is definitely you, Joe.
That's who it is, Joe Lopez. Good job, dude. So he made the cover of Promar.
Wow.
Yeah. Instagram, hashtag Promar24. Have a picture of a lobster and an ambush hoop net. Don't use that cheap one. By the way, that cheap one breaks, by the way. So ambush hoop net, lobster, hashtag Promar24, Instagram. Hopefully you win.
And you don't understand how important it is, gang, to hashtag Promar24. You're helping Promar. Promar is so kind to all of us that are followers of Your Saltwater Guide or members of Your Saltwater Guide. Ben and Steve and Brian over there, they bend over backwards to make sure that wherever we're going to go, Al, Justin, Pablo, myself, they're constantly making sure we have plenty of free stuff to give away at all of our seminars. Wherever we're at, we always have a big bag of Promar stuff. Then they also give so many discounts at so many different levels for their product just because you're followers. So do us a favor and help them out and let them see the power of Your Saltwater Guide. Even if you don't have an Instagram page, make one. It's free. Don't be afraid. You guys are already on social media anyway. You're all here. Make it, hashtag it, post it. And like Justin said, take 30 pictures of your one lobster in different angles on the net. You're helping Promar. They're not going to get mad because you post it every single day. They're not. They're going to be very, very happy. You're helping their algorithm. You're helping draw people to their website. And really, at the end of the day, this is a big fishing community. I'm trying to explain to everybody, we have to change the mentality. For years and years and years and years, we did not.
If you want, post it multiple times a day. Post different pictures a couple times a day and hashtag it. It's not going to hurt.
We're just trying to make fishing great again, one great post at a time.
And I'll tell you what, if anyone wants to, well, I need 3 more people to go on Friday. If you want, I can call Promar and see if they'll do, which I'm sure they will. They're pretty good at this. A sponsor trip. Maybe they'll bring some goodies for you if you want to come on the boat. And we'll do some filming as well, because they've been wanting to come on my boat to get some more footage of different things we're doing out there. And also next year, everyone, there's some new product coming out. So maybe you'll be introduced into the new products. You never know.
Well, I know that Ghost Shrimp Pump is all because of Al. That's why they put that together. Because I called Promar up that afternoon that I went fishing with Al, and the next day Brian was down there, and they told him, Steve and Ben were like, if you catch a bonefish, it'll be a glorious day. It's not really, don't look forward to catching a bonefish. And how many bonefish did he catch, Al?
Oh, lots. We caught lots.
30.
Right.
Yeah. That's one really cool thing about Promar.
What'd you say, Al?
Lots of bonefish and a lot of other fish too. He was tripping. You know,
he was talking about that for months too. He was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe how many fish I caught."
We couldn't put 3 rods in the water we couldn't do it. It was unmanageable. Every time you would put one in the water, it was bit. The same with Dave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave Hansen was tripping out too. He was like, "What?"
We never even got we never got the 3rd rod in the water. It was just ridiculous. Hey, Matt Ryan, everybody's asking, Justin, how much for Friday night? Joe Lopez wants to go, Matt Ryan, Lisa.
It really just depends. So I haven't looked at the weather. I have one guy already committed. He said he's up to whether you want to go local or Catalina. It's up to whoever goes. We can go local or Catalina. Local 200, Catalina 400. So whichever one everyone wants to do.
I'm looking.
And once I get it, oh, you're looking at Wendy, okay?
Yeah.
And once I get to go, I'll call Promar. They've been wanting to film a lot on the boat recently, so I'm sure I can call them and have them come out, and everyone could be all movie stars with Promar.
Friday looks like butter.
Is that mid-channel?
That's at night. It's
what is it at noon?
12 at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's blowing 12 at 9 o'clock at night in the channel.
Okay. What's the swell?
I don't know, because the day before it's pretty small.
So it should be good. It should be good to go to Catalina if you all want to go to Catalina. We can go to Catalina. We normally pull up. Knock on wood. We normally pull up around 200 to 300 lobsters. No, they're not all keepers, but it's pretty cool to pull up 200 to 300 lobsters at a time. So
what I would suggest, you guys, Matt, Lisa, Joe, call Justin when we're done with this show today and find out if you can just get on his schedule list, and he's going to probably get 4 or 5 more people calling him. And first people that call him, you're going to get to go. It looks like we've got people getting excited. If just these 3 go, the boat's full. So how much for Friday? $200, local 400 Catalina. You can't beat it.
Yeah. So if we go local, we're going to leave. Well, I don't want to say the exact time because literally people are going to follow me and it gets really annoying. So we'll leave in the evening time. If we go local, a few hours before dark sometime. And then if we go to Catalina, we'll leave sooner than that. So Long Beach.
Yeah. And then as the season goes, soon as New Year's and everything's over with, then we'll be going full speed. Captain Al will be going down in San Diego. It's going to be really good. I believe we're going to start to see some rain in December, and it's going to start to get better and better locally. But right now, Catalina is the place to be. But you what'd you catch night before last local? 13 legal ones?
13. Yep.
And a couple of real nice ones, like 4-pounders, right?
Yeah, we got a 4.7, 4.73 pounder, and then we got a few 3-pounders. And then all the rest were, the 1.5 pounds. So really good fishing. And what's cool about the local fishery, as soon as we get a lot of rain, not this sprinkled crap. We need rain. We need a heavy downpour of rain to wash all that stuff in the gutters out, that kills all the kelp, the bad stuff. We need that to happen, and it's going to be wide open. But the lobsters 2 days ago we only got three shorts or 4 shorts all night. All the rest were keepers. Yeah, in the harbor.
Yeah. There's a lot of big bugs in them harbors, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It hasn't been bad down in San Diego. Some of them bluebird 1-foot swell nights have been tough, but the guys have been steadily getting them,
Yeah.
That swell is a big deal. The big swell and, like you said, a bunch of rain.
Yeah. I think this guy over here has an issue with his boat. He keeps dumping water from the inside of it out. Big 5-gallon buckets. I don't know. If he starts to sink, I'll video it.
Yeah,
there's nothing I can do.
He's fishing for lobsters on this trip. It's not a combo trip. He does combo trips, but this is Friday's going to be simply a lobster trip. Just needs 3 more to go. So yeah. I think you're gonna find the 3 today. Give everybody your phone number one more time. I put it out on the QR code, but
okay, it's 951-703-9442. And that's the only day I have this month. That's the only day or spots I have open this month. So my next spot's going to be open, whether you want an open party or charter, will be after the 2nd week of December. So
what happens, Matt, is if he goes to Catalina, by the time he gets there and gets the hoop net set, it's going to be pretty much dark. But he said he hooked a sea bass last night. There's nothing stopping you from fishing when you're out there with them. There's nothing stopping you in between sets when he's stopped. But most of the time he's burning through the gear. There's not a lot of downtime. But if there is, there's no one's going to tell you can't throw your line in the water, man.
Yeah, so I don't want to tell anyone that you can't fish, because you can, but this isn't a fishing trip. So we're not going to sit there and anchor up on a spot and start chumming and try to get all the life behind the boat and so on. We're not going to be doing that. We're not going to be stopping. We're going to go. So if you want to throw a line out into some kelp or on a rock pile or something like that while I'm drifting by it, the way that you're not supposed to do it, then by all means, that's how we caught a sea bass last night. That's how we hooked one. So if you want to throw a line out, by all means, take your fishing rod and throw a line out. So you're more than welcome to do that. I just don't want people's expectations way up here, when in reality, it's going to be hoop netting right here. So we're not fishing and hoop netting. If you want to bring a fishing rod, I'm not going to tell you can't throw it out there, because you can. So.
Yeah, even in the harbors. Well, in the harbors, a lot of times if it's crowded, it's kind of interesting when I go let them fish a little bit, because you get away from your hoops. Like in San Diego Bay, you got to kind of get off where your hoops are and go to a different location, and if things are currents ripping and everything else, you lose contact of what's going on.
Yeah, if everyone wanted to go local, if you all can pitch in like 20 more bucks, that way we can get some extra bait, or more, not extra, but more bait. We'll go for thresher shark. So, but I normally, whenever I do my trips, I do the set amount, whatever it is, just to cover expenses and a little bit more, but that's it. But if you want to throw in like an extra $20, then we'll get more bait and we'll go for thresher sharks if you want.
Sounds like a win-win for everybody, whatever you want to do. Friday night. And also something to think about, the following week is Thanksgiving. How cool would it be to be having some lobsters for your family? You go out there and get your 7 legal lobsters. Everybody could get a half a lobster for Thanksgiving dinner. You could take 2 spots and get 14 lobsters for Thanksgiving dinner. I'll guarantee you, if you go to the store and buy them, they're going to be a lot more than $200 for 7 lobsters.
Yeah, but it's not just that. I mean, when you go out fishing on the boat, I mean, you can go to the store, you can go to Walmart or Stater Brothers or wherever you're going to go, Albertsons, and buy fish there. Yes, you could, $20, you can get yourself, a bunch of fillets or whatever and bring it home. But you don't get that experience. The only experience you got was going to the grocery store and buying the fish. That's all you got. You don't get the experience of pulling on it or pulling up the hoop net and seeing what's in there, hanging out with the good people on the boat. That's the whole thing. That's where it all comes in.
Yeah,
it's about the experience.
Narrate
this video.
All right, gang, this is another video from last night. Justin fishing at Catalina. And look at, this is the best part of hoop netting, is getting to participate in the pulling of the net, seeing how heavy it is.
That's what we're talking about right now, is doing that, all that, being a part of that whole thing. It's just so much fun. And you get to razz each other and have a good time. I'm sure Matt would have some great words of razzment. He has a lot of built up energy for razz. Here, here we go. This is a different video. Check this out. Look at those. Don't you guys want to go do that?
Yep, all that's set up. We have scuba divers down there. They're putting all the lobsters in our nets. No, I'm just kidding. None of it's set up. It's all real. As real as it gets.
But we pissed off the industry a month or so ago talking about the difference between doing it with Justin or Pablo or Al or doing it with these other guys. Most of the other guys use an electric puller.
Here we go.
So I don't know about any of you. I just know about my years of doing this for a living. People dig it, absolutely dig pulling that thing. Even though you think, oh, I don't know if I want to pull. We're fishing, Justin, 90% of the time he's fishing in 30 feet of water or less. And there's no need. By the time you get it on the puller and all that, the thing's already up. But when you're pulling that net and you can feel the lobsters chipping in there and Al's yelling at you and Justin's yelling at you, and it's so much more fun than putting it on an electric puller and watching it, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't understand fishing.
Yeah, and then on those cold nights, man, if you're not pulling, you're freezing. So you got to better get pulling to warm up.
Yeah.
Keeps you nice and warm.
That being said, what's really great about going on Captain Al's boat or my boat, you can come inside and get out of the weather.
Right.
And it's pretty warm inside. So if it's too cold out there for you, just come on inside, sit down on the nice comfy couches and take a rest and watch everyone else do it.
Yeah, walk over to the Keurig and flip a button. You got some hot coffee. You can watch Monday Night Football, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And if you got little kids with you or kids with you and they're all burned out, they just go fall asleep on the couches.
And then you can still catch their limit. That's why we bring little kids.
That's why I got 5 grandkids.
Yeah.
All you got to do is get them a lobster card, gang, and you can have the kids 7 lobsters. They can sleep the whole time.
Yeah. All they need is a card at 16 and under, right?
Yep.
No California fishing license required.
No.
And if you bring kids on my boat, it's going to be mandatory you get them a card because they are not going to be sitting inside. They're going to be enjoying the experience of bringing up the hoop nets.
No, they're all over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're out there. It's like a science class. I took my grandkids out there, and I had the underwater lights on just because. And there was a bunch of smelt, some shrimp flipping through there and stuff. And next thing you know, those guys had the net that we used to take the bait out of my bait receiver at the dock, standing on the swim step, having the time of their life. That's all they wanted to do was try to catch some little fish swimming. But
it's so cool.
Yeah,
it is really cool. Have them play with the octopus and everything. It's once they everybody, doesn't matter who they are, everyone. When they see the octopus on the ground, they automatically think it's gonna bite them. It's gonna do this, but once they actually start holding it and realize it's actually a gentle creature, It's just gonna crawl on you, and it's gonna feel slimy and kind of squishy, like what's that kid's, not Play-Doh, but that other squishy stuff that they do.
Slime.
Yeah, the slime. It feels like that. So the
Right.
kids love it. They put it on their arms and they start squeezing it, and then Dave starts eating it. It's a
On
lot
my
of fun.
boat, Lisa was asking if the kids are the same price. On my boat, yes, they count as a person.
Yeah, they have to be, Lisa, because it's taken up a spot. And
Right.
it's not like Disneyland where we can let out 30,000 people. We got 4 spots or 6 spots. That's all we have. And when you think about it, that one person, that one $200, that's the profit. That is it.
Right.
That is, you guys break it down. You do sitting there trying to figure out, oh my God, you guys must be making a fortune. Well, I don't know if you guys have been to the gas pump lately, and we have a great governor in the state of California he's right in the middle of building his new $10 million home. The governor, he makes less than $200,000 a year. He's building that $10 million home. And so what he's done to compensate the lack of money that he's making, he just raised the gas tax 68 more cents. And that's cool because it's going to help him to finish his home. And I'm all about helping out Gavin because the guy's done nothing but good things for me. So I think it's good and it's fair for us to help him build his house. But what's going to happen because of that, because we're building this beautiful mansion for Mr. Newsom and his family, is now the price of fuel's gone up again for us running these trips. And to go to Catalina and back on Justin's boat, just fuel alone, let's pretend like nothing ever breaks on a boat. Just the fuel to go to Catalina and home without stopping and doing anything fun is more than $400. And then he's going to
a lot more than $400. Actually, hold on. I'll show you the exact price. I'll be right back.
He's gonna buy some bait, and we all know bait's $50 a scoop. So let's say 2 scoops. There's another $100. All right.
Then he's gonna pay the landing as 14%.
Right, and then the gear and everything. So no one's making any money. That's how much he burned in fuel last night.
Yep.
Well, there you go. So
$621.96 in fuel.
So he made. He grossed $1,600 last night.
Oh, plus I paid a deckhand.
And you paid a deckhand, and you bought.
And I paid for bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive operation. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Here's a question for everybody that's watching. I tried to buy a home and my income had to be at such a rate to qualify for the home. And they looked at what I made a year and that's how they went. Well, the guy that's building a $10 million home makes less than $200,000 a year. I've done all the math. It doesn't pencil out. So maybe someone can explain to me how a public servant that makes less than $200,000 can buy a $10 million home. But we all want to see the orange man's tax statements. Well, we know where he got his money from, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know where this public servant is that's never had a real job, building a $10 million home.
Yeah.
And you guys keep voting for him. Who voted for higher taxes on gas?
65 cents also.
Who did that?
It's $2 and some change every state out of here, out of California and out of New York. It's $2 and some change for fuel, and we're at almost $5 here. And now next month we're going to be what, $5.45 a gallon now, $5.55 a gallon. Freaking crazy, man.
Yep. So take advantage of this great discount fishing trip Justin's offering. No one else is running trips for that. Al can't do it. Take advantage of it, gang, because I guarantee you after the first of the year, his prices can't stay the same, gang, or Justin's going to be eating top ramen.
And working hard, And then all the maintenance on the boat,
It doesn't fix itself?
No, just the oil change on my boats up there,
And a slip fee. my slip fee is almost $900 a month.
And
Right?
do you have insurance?
Yeah, I have multiple insurance companies. I have more than what I should have, but I'd rather be more insured than not. But yeah, my insurance is one of them is very expensive. The other ones are a little less.
All right, gang.
Very
So
expensive.
we're gonna wrap up this show. My little sister's down here in Cabo. She doesn't visit me very often, so I'm gonna go hang out with her. But real quick, you want to go fishing with Justin? You want to go fishing with Al? First, Justin's gonna tell you he's got this trip on Friday. It's gonna sell out. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it.
I think it's already sold.
Huh?
I think it's already sold.
Right.
I just got mad. Well, if they don't show, just text me anyways. 951-703-9442. That way, if someone doesn't show, you can come.
And we'll try to slow it down. There's people in their cars driving that wanted to write your number down. So
Now they're swerving everywhere.
951-703-9442.
there you go. And then Captain Al, you'll be back in town this next weekend, and you're going to start running trips in December, right?
Yeah, right. So Bill Varney's up on the 5th, and I'm going to be doing bay trips and island trips and lobster trips, whatever we can do. We're going to be doing them. Like I said, you're not going to be able to fish rock cod in California, but you can come with me, and I can take you down to the glory hole down in the islands, and we can have plenty of fun down there.
Give them your number real quick, Al.
619-800-3474. Just call me direct is the best way. You can go to my site, CaptainClowers.com, and don't forget about going to Promar and checking out that brand new Ghost Shrimp pump, state-of-the-art pump. Get your Ghost Shrimp pumps at Promar.
And get a bunch of those lobster gauges, gang.
Right.
When the Fish and Wildlife are telling you that's their easiest ticket to write, don't help them.
Yeah. And all they're doing is doing their job.
And
If they can write a ticket, they're going to.
Tonight you have a live trip, right?
Yes, I'll be live tonight.
And he's going to be fishing inside the harbor because of the weather, gang. He wanted to go to Catalina. That's where he wanted to go, but you think it was rough last night. It's going to be big time rough tonight, but it'll be nice in the harbor.
That's crazy. Down here, the flag on my dirt car is just sitting there. There's no wind, and it's like 78 degrees right now. It's crazy.
Wow, because it's blowing everywhere else. Down here in Cabo, it's probably blowing 15 right now in the marina.
Wow.
I had to end my trip up in Lopez Mateos. We only got to fish one day out of 4 because the weather was just so gnarly.
A lot of talking story, though, huh? A lot of hanging out.
We got to do a lot of exploring. I spent 4 hours at the oyster farm. And I came out of there with a case of diarrhea.
Yeah. Laxative.
Oh, my gosh. I'm a weirdo. I ate, I don't know, probably 40 oysters, trying out all the different ones, going out in the water and taking them off the stick. It was insane.
Cool.
Yeah, but we're back, and we're gonna.
Isn't that an aphrodisiac or something? Also.
Yeah, not when you're 63, but.
Okay.
It depends who it's for. Still works for me.
Yeah. So the plan tonight was we're gonna go to Catalina, but unfortunately, we're not.
Well, those big old mud bugs, those big old mud bugs are in the harbor, man. Those big giant ones, just walking around in the mud.
That's where Kelly got her world record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching our show today. We'll come back live tomorrow at 12 o'clock, but tonight we'll be live around, I don't know, 6 o'clock, 6:15, something like that.
Maybe 5:45 or 6, right around there.
All right. So just keep an eye on this, gang. And thank you all for following us on YouTube. I am blown away. You can't believe the power over there. We're at 82,000 subscribers on YouTube. And it's because of you guys all jumping over there. We were at 71. last month. We gained over 10,000 subscribers in a month, and I want to thank you all very much. And hopefully we get to 100,000. YouTube's going crazy, Instagram's crazy, Facebook, there's pulling the suppression up. I think there's going to be a lot of suppression being pulled up here now that they saw what happened last Tuesday. But we will all see. It's going to be very exciting the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 years. And no thank you, Lisa. None of us care about your herpes that you have all over your face.
What the hell did she say?
She's got herpes all over her face. She wanted everybody to know.
She ate too many oysters.
Woo!
Wow.
Oh, God.
Thank you, everybody, for always watching us. Thanks for being there. Share this with your friends. Watch tonight. Oh, and Steve Duncan Bugman's going on Wednesday night to Catalina. So you maybe during the day, you'll talk to him on the phone.
Yeah, Wednesday night or Wednesday morning is he going? So,
and Steve says my tallywhacker should work a lot better. Well, I'll tell you, you have no idea the things I did.
But yeah, let me know, Steve, if you're going in the morning or during the day. Or I mean, not during the morning, in the morning or at nighttime.
Yeah.